Saw dudes, this is Chris Locke and welcome to the Lockdown. Alright everybody, well today what we're going to be talking about is my first mock draft of the season. Now I kind of wanted to wait till after the combine so I could see the players and really understand it, okay? Because a lot of these guys, I mean there's a lot of hype behind them. You know, I've seen a lot of them play on the field, but I want to see their measurables. I want to see how far they can jump. I want to see some, you know, just 40 times, stuff like that, just pretty cool. So here is my first mock draft of the season. If you guys like this video, please subscribe down below, hit it with a like, comment, and also let me know who you want in the draft. I mean, it's all guessing at this point, but I think some of these guys, we're gonna get some of these guys, I really do. So in the first round, I have my pick spread across three people, okay? The first one, I think a high probability, is the very popular one, which is Leonard Fournette. Now, a lot of people either like him or hate him, but I think regardless, he's gonna be a beast on our team. Not only did you see his college tape, but that dude's 40 time at, 240 pounds. Ridiculous! Who runs that fast, that big? That's ridiculous, man. That is nuts. So, yeah, his vertical was really short, but that's okay. Now, another guy, the next picks too, so this is still the first round, first pick. I think we're either going to get Fournette, Solomon Thomas, or Jamal Adams. Now, if I could pick any of those three guys, I would definitely pick Jamal Adams. That guy is a boss. And he is a field general back there. He will be just like a Luke Kuechly, but in the secondary, calling things out, picking passes off, smashing people, okay? And he would be my number one pick. Solomon Thomas is a boss too, man. I mean, who wouldn't want that guy? And we could add more to our D-line. And I just know how, Don Gettleman is. Or everyone, I call him Don Gettleman, the mob boss. Don Gettleman, he loves his hog mollies. He loves his hog mollies, right? He loves them. He loves the carnas and the hag mollies. So I really think he could be a possibility also. Now, in the second round, I think it's going to be interesting because we have 2 second-round picks now. So we traded Coney Ealy, which is kind of a teardrop. Coney Ealy was a boss in the Super Bowl, but then he was very trash this past year. Yeah, he wasn't doing well at all. He wasn't doing, what everyone thought he was gonna do in his ridiculous, almost MVP Super Bowl performance, right? So we traded him. We traded him in the 3rd round pick for a 2nd round pick, basically moved up 8 spots. Now what I think David Gettleman's gonna do, or the Don Gettleman, is he's gonna combine both of those 2 rounders to go to a 1 round pick, 1st round pick. Now the reason why I think that is because it just wouldn't make strategical moves not to do that. We still have 2 2nd round picks if not, but I think we're really trying to move up into the 1st round, and I think we're either trying to get 2 players. I think we're either trying to get Cam Robinson, another offensive tackle, because if we have, another offensive tackle put in the mix, then our O-line is solidified. I don't care what you guys say, like straight up. Or was very weak and Rimmers was very weak. But our core guys, when they're healthy, are awesome. I mean, Norwell the Viking, Khalil the comedian, and then we had Trey Turner. I mean, Khalil the center. There's now he has his other brother on the other side, and we have Matt Khalil on the other side. But I mean, those are Turner and Ryan Khalil are, they're Pro Bowlers, man. So I mean, they're all pro too. So that's the thing is like, I just think that our O-line would be solidified with Cam Robinson. But if we don't get Cam Robinson, then I really think that we're gonna get, Christian McCaffrey if we don't get Fournette. I think that guy would be awesome in our backfield too. We have Stewart, the ground and the pound. Then we have McCaffrey, who can run out of the backfield and catch Cam's bullet passes and run 1,000,000 yards all season long. Get up and do the wheel routes, man. I love doing wheel routes on Madden. That's like my favorite play. Rolling out with Cam, just wheel routing downfield. And a lot of, that's the problem with Fournette is he doesn't have the best hands. He's just a battering ram, man. He just smashes people down the hole. So, we'll see what happens. But I really think we're gonna trade up and get another pick. Get another into the first round. No, so for our third round pick, I call this the Josh Norman pick because we finally got something back for our compensatory picks. I was really hoping we were going to get another pick like a season ago when Greg Hardy left, but I guess that was just our mess up, right? So, you know, we'll see who we get when it gets past the third. When it gets to the third round and down, it's kind of just throw your hands up. But I've got some good names here. This guy I think would be great in our system, not only because he can learn from one of the GOATs in my opinion, but also it would put our offense in a very, very successful mode, okay? Now, we're very successful when Mr. Greg Olsen and then Jeremy Shockey were together when we ran the 2 tight end set. Now, I think if we get a cat like Jake Butt, yeah, we want the butt. I just really said that. All right. So, if we get Jake Butt, I think it would be really good with Greg Olsen, Jake Butt, and a 2 tight ends, you know, system, and we would just be ridiculous. Then we could run our O-line solidified. I mean, come on, man, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. That just sounds like a lot of fun to me. And Jake Butt, I mean, he had a great season at Michigan. He didn't have an awesome combine, so it's probably going to move him back a little bit. But I think he can learn under Greg Olsen and eventually be a replacement, unlike Sandland, that's what I like to call him. The guy who we got last year in like one of the last rounds, he got cut. He was trash. So I really think for the 4th round, what we're gonna go for is we're gonna go for another tackle. And he's probably not gonna be a starter. He might one day, but we need depth at the position, and we need quality starters at the position that could, you know, or at least, you know, get some momentum in there. Because I don't know if Michael Orr's gonna come back or not, and who knows, man? He's in concussion protocol. It's kind of a mystery right now in the Panther universe if he's going to even be playing this season or not, or he's going to retire, who knows. But there's this guy, he's from Bucknell, he's called Julian Davenport, and he had ridiculous, measurements and everything at the draft, or at the combine. He was apparently huge, he was quick, everything. He just had a few things of getting beat at certain points, which is a big thing with offensive tackles, but you know, he could definitely learn. I mean, we taught Norwell, who wasn't really he wasn't a high pick either, so I think we could do work on that. You know, I think we could really solidify our O-line like that. So now for the 5th round, I think what we need to do is get more depth in the safety area too. The word on the street, everyone, is Trey Boston's probably going to be out of here very soon. He's already on the trading block apparently. Now, if we could get a 3rd round for Trey Boston, I don't think we're gonna get a second. A 2nd round is just way too high for him. But if we get a 3rd round for him, third round pick for him, then that is money in the bank. That is just straight up money in the bank. So I really think that would be incredible if we could do that. I mean, I love Trey Boston. He went to UNC Chapel Hill, but still, he's not doing it, man. He was missing a lot of tackles. He wasn't, going in, hitting people a lot. What are we gonna do? Yeah. So I think one guy we need to pick up is Eddie Jackson from Alabama. He's a safety. I don't know if he'll last that long, but yeah, he still has a little bit of development to do, but he is a hard hitter, which is good, and his coverage is okay. But he still played for Alabama, and anybody that plays on Alabama is pretty good. Yeah, at least on the defensive side, I think so. We'll see. I think he could be trained in the secondary too under Kirk Coleman, and if we get like Jamal Adams and maybe some other people, because we already have Mike Adams. So we gotta. I think that would solidify our safety core a little bit better, and help our secondary out a lot more. And then the final picks, at that point you really don't know. It could be anybody, but a person I would like to pick up is Switzer. I think he would be a great punt returner. We do have, we have Russell Shepard, which would be good, but we definitely need a backup because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to put Brenton Burson back there again. Everyone remembers the playoff game against the Cardinals when he fumbled in the rain. It was just no good. It was just no good. So I really think that Switzer would be a good pickup, and another maybe, give us more depth at slot receiver position. So thank you guys so much for checking out my first mock draft. If you guys like it, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know down below and hit the subscribe button. And let me know what your draft picks are. Who do you think the Panthers are going to pick up? I hear a lot of Fournettes. I hear a lot of Solomon Thomases. I hear a lot of everyone. I hear a lot of Mike Williams. Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chris Locke, and this is The Lockdown. And as always, keep pounding!